big ol' it never fails for me. I fucking love. Look at this one. No, God.
OMG, you guys, this is so good. I'm trying not to drink soda / pop this year. Sorry, I said soda first. Rochesterians, I've betrayed you. Anyways, this is so good. Definitely check it out. I don't hear a lot of people talking about how and why men strategically date. And I think that if you're a woman that's looking to go in a more hypergamous route of life, or, you know, level up, or be with a provider, right? A man that wants to be a provider. You kind of need to understand how men think. Not that I'm some expert, but it's so funny because men are always on here telling women what they need to do. But there's not a lot of women that really understand how men think. I do feel like, I've always been very comfortable around guys because I didn't feel guys considered me as a mate. And so I very quickly understood that white women were being treated the best. My sisters were lighter skinned than me and were treated better than me by people generally who were color struck, because there's not a lot of light-skinned black people, period, even in Black America, no matter the representation. I didn't assume that, you know, men wanted to date me, pretty much. So I was very comfortable around them, knowing, right, that they were going after the cute girls, the skinny girls, the it girls, whatever. Not a girl like me. How and why men strategically date. Not every man has the luxury of being with the woman that he wants for a variety of reasons. He can be rich and wealthy, but he has to be seen with, you know, the most amazing person. So therefore he has to be strategic about who he chooses, because maybe he has a best friend and, you know, he's in love with her personality, but he knows that because he's a public figure, is out and about with his spouse for a variety of reasons, that she has to look a certain way and be a certain way because people judge people harshly. Not necessarily just because he wants that, but because of the aesthetics of it all. So even a rich guy doesn't necessarily have the luxury of choosing a woman that he wants to be with. You have to understand, if a person isn't sincere with themselves, and maybe that is who they are, you know, I don't know. As someone that grew up in foster care, I often see people feeling that they have to strongly adhere to their parents' wishes. Men aren't immune from that, especially black men, right? If they have a strong influence in their lives of their mother and father. I see that a lot on reality TV. You see it with Ray J. His mother is a strong, and you see it on so much reality TV. If the mother is a strong influence, that influences who they choose in their relationships. So you have to keep that in mind. If a guy doesn't have a lot of money, so there could be a variety of reasons why, if a guy doesn't have a lot of money, he would not choose to be with a woman just based on looks or passion. He wants a better life for himself, right? Men want the same things women want. I don't know why people don't understand that. So a man would strategically move to marry a woman, and men do this all the time, right? With more money than him, so that he can make his dreams come true, right? But then they want to say, oh, women are this and that. Like, men don't do that. It's human nature from the looks of it, because it looks like it goes across the board, that type of behavior. So you have to keep that in mind. And then you have everything in between that. His personality. Is he a good person? As an empath, you know, I feel people's energy. And I get it wrong sometimes. I'm not a psychic. But generally, I can tell if someone's a good person or not. And if you feel like you constantly choose the wrong people, you need to work on that. You need to practice feeling people out, because you don't want to keep inviting negative entities into your life when you had an instinct and you looked over it. You see what I'm saying? Hone in on that instinct. You don't have time to waste. There's so many people out there. Plenty of fish in the sea. You know, those are just a few things that women really need to keep in mind when they're out there in this dating game, being like, oh, well, I thought he liked me. People are pressured by society, peer pressure. They want to do what they think is cool. They want to do what they think looks good. And oftentimes as a black woman, you just really have to be careful. I know you guys saw that tweet the other day of that black girl who took a picture with some white guy, asked to take a picture with her at a concert. And then she was like, oh, this white guy took a picture with me. Like, Twitter, can you do your thing? And, help me find this guy. And then a black woman retweeted it. She's like, girl, we ain't helping you find no white boy. And that got like a million likes. And, people were being very rude to her. And then people were sending her pictures of this guy out with white women, as if a white man can't like black women and white women the same way black men like black women and women, right? But as you see, again, when you're not protected to opportunists and bullies, you can be low-hanging fruit. So you have to keep that in mind. If she had been more aware, maybe watched some of my videos, she maybe could have got more of a sense of why this guy didn't ask her out. And that's actually why I made this video, because I was thinking about that. And I'm like, wow, you really, it's like, oh, damned if you do, damned if you don't. All right, that's it. I'll see you guys soon. Bye. Hey guys, so how do you make burgers, cheeseburgers? I know, it's like, oh, look at this. That's how white dudes do it, right? My white dudes, let me know in the comments below if this is how you do it. This is how you do it. Anyways, and then I made these, like, we had some like potatoes just laying around, so I decided to make some scalloped potatoes. And we love cooking together and eating together. It's a nice, very fun, like, we're both foodies, we talk about the food, and it's great, it's fun. So focus on the good things. Whee!